Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the third grade concept of multiplication as comparison. This is standard 3.5C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 2 off the 2022 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So Haruko did 9 sit-ups in PE class, and then we're comparing that with number of sit-ups that Tom did. And all we have is this expression right here. So an expression is when you have numbers in an operation but no equal sign. So it's not an equation. If we were to do this right here, if we were to say equal 18, we've turned the expression into an equation. But it's not there, it's just an expression. So we need to compare these two, so let's just draw a little picture here. Alright, so Haruko's going to do 9 sit-ups. I'm just going to draw 9 little circles. Each circle is going to represent a sit-up. Okay, you can also kind of look at it as an array, I guess, if you want to. Just a 1x9 array. So Tom, you see how it says here, the number of sit-ups that Tom did is represented by this expression 2 times 9. Well, this 9 is how many that Haruko did. So this 2 must represent something that relates to Tom. But 2 times 9. Okay, so 2 times 9. So there's a few different ways that we can think about this. All right, so if we want, we can think of it as 2 groups of 9, right? That's one way to think of multiplication. Another way to think of it is comparison, right? It's twice as much. You can say that Tom did twice as much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here's Haruko's 1 set of 9, and here's Tom's 2 sets of 9. If you wanted to, you could also represent it like this, right? You can say Haruko I'll just do a little box right there. There's 9. And then Tom is going to do 2 sets. The reason why this is important is because sometimes when we are looking at multiplication, it means 2 groups of 9. All right, so we can think of it as an array. But sometimes it doesn't mean that. Sometimes it just means comparison. Twice as much. So it doesn't necessarily mean 2 groups of something, it just means twice as much. So let's look at our statements here and see what kind of expressions we can write to kind of represent this. So our 9 is going to be Haruko, and then our 2 times, this is what Tom did. He did twice as much. So Tom did 2 times as much sit-ups as Haruko. So Haruko's 9. So then that would be 2 times as much, twice as much. That's your comparison right there. 2 times. Yeah, that looks exactly like what we just wrote. Okay, so F looks good. Let's check G, H, and J. Haruko, remember Haruko's the one that did 9, did 2 times as many sit-ups as Tom. Okay, so Haruko, so 9 equals 2 times an unknown. That's really what that looks like. Is this 9 is going to equal 2 times as much as Tom did, but Tom is supposed to have done 2 times as Haruko, so that doesn't make much sense. So Tom did 2 more sit-ups than Haruko. Okay, so that would just be 2 plus 2 more instead of 2 times. And then Haruko did 2 more sit-ups. Okay, so we could either do that with subtraction, or we could just do it like this, 2 plus however many Tom did, right? We could also do 9 minus 2 if we wanted to, but you notice this 2 more, this doesn't work with our multiplication because we are looking at 2 times as much for comparison. So H and J are out, and we know that G is a little bit strange, so our answer here is F.